Hi everybody, this is Dia back again and we are on to our sixth vlog. Wish you all a very happy new year. Hope you had a wonderful start to our 2022. I'm sorry I could not do my vlogs end of December because I've been trying to recover from a right shoulder injury and restricted arm movements. But what the heck, it's always nice to start the year with a note of positivity and do what I like doing best. Back to Ru, back to my saris and my jewelry. So here we are with our sixth video log. Today we are going to talk about Khan saris or Khun saris. This is the first time that we are getting Khun or Khan saris, or whichever way you would like to pronounce it. The Khun saris are a 4,000-year-old weave which is actually dying a slow death. Mainly because of the more contemporary fabrics that has taken over the market. Most of these saris are woven in the northern part of Karnataka or some parts of Maharashtra as well, but primarily from the northern part of Karnataka from a village called Gulidgud. These saris that you see here, the Khan saris, they are actually sourced right from the village in Gulidgud and right from the weaver's den. So you will see a beautiful range of colors. And that is the reason I thought, why not start the year with these saris. It's really colorful, it's cheerful, it's very earthy. It definitely adds a lot of color to your closet and a wonderful way to start the new year. So the story about these Khan saris are, they are almost 4,000 years old. And most of you who know about these saris, you know that there's a distinct triangular pattern in these saris. The story goes that back in those days, when there was any religious festival or pujas, the villagers would take cloth fabrics and kind of fold it into triangles or samosa patterns, and those were kind of given to God, as more for like prosperity and for wishing for luck and everything. And that is what actually became the pattern or the story behind these triangular patterns in these Khan saris. They're also commonly known as cotton brocade, because most of these saris are woven in cotton. The palla these days are of silk cotton, and it's broken in cotton, it's woven in cotton end to end, absolutely, it's thread woven, as you can see. And that's why they're known as the cotton brocade as well, because it kind of resembles the Banarsi brocade, which is absolutely end to end woven. And the base color, you actually don't see the base color. What kind of jewelry would go with? Well, with Khan saris, silver is one color that would definitely look very well with the Khan saris. It's very earthy. So I thought I'll just wear a pair of moonstone silver jhumkas and my Ru silver bangles, and you can see that the color works wonderfully with these jewel tones and bright colors. I'm not a very neckwear kind of a person, so if you want, you can wear some nice chokers, some nice silver chunky silver necklaces to give it that very earthy look. So we'll start with the first Khan sari. This is kind of a combination. It's kind of looking magenta here, but if I get it up close, it's kind of a mix of dark purple and orange, which kind of comes together to give it a magenta shade. Most of the Khan saris that you see in the market will have a common 3-inch border. The weavers have kind of started getting a little adventurous, and what they have done is they have made a broad 10-inch border on top, a bright 10-inch border on top. So this one has a hot pink border and a 4-inch border at the bottom. It's a reverse of wearing the broad border at the bottom and the thinner border on top. So this is actually how it looks. It's very smart. Most of the pallas are very simple, in probably a silver line or a red line going through it. The sari, the body is, and that is mainly kept purposely so that the body of the sari is what stands out, because the weave is so rich, the colors are so rich. That is what makes these Khan saris very eye-catching and definitely worth a second stare. So the first one is kind of a purplish magenta. It's actually purple, but it looks pink here with a shocking kind of a Indian sweet pink, the shocking pink kind of a thing on top. And here is how it looks from a distance. I will be posting the pictures of these saris, the close-ups as well, so you can see the pattern and how the sari looks up close. So this is the first Khan saris. We have 10 of these saris today. So this is the first one, the purple and the pink. Here is how it looks. I'll bring it up close. I don't think the positioning of my camera has been very good because I keep having to move back and forth. So this is the first Khan sari. We move on to the next one, and again, pardon me for being slow. I'm still trying to work with my arm and having a little difficulty raising it. So just pardon me for my slowness on this. Oh, this is a gorgeous one. I loved them when I opened them and saw the colors. They come folded. These saris, before I forget, these saris drape really well. These are actually double draped right now, double folded right now. But you can see even when I'm kind of folding it, it's not starched. So it's really soft. It's very, very soft. It's not see-through, it's completely solid, and when you kind of fold it, you can see that how easily it's getting folded. This one is a complete jet black, a black on a black weave. I hope you can see the triangular patterns here. I will have a close-up of these when I put up the pictures. This one is a beautiful Ganga Jamuna one. It has a black and an emerald green border, a thin border on one side, and a black, maroon, and a lime green border on the other side. This is extremely striking. This is very, very striking. I would happily, and I'm kind of wearing it with a black kurta. So I just had a thought that instead of kind of wearing it in a very traditional pattern, you can probably, you know, just wear a long kurta or a short kurta like a jula and kind of wear it like this, and it would kind of give it a really very smart, you know, a very smart look if you had it in front and just kind of left it like this, or left your palla open on one side and you know, gave a modern twist to your sari. So this one is the second one, which is a black and a lime green. The lime green has touches of black in it, which kind of makes it like a kind of like a play of dark green and a light green and a black on a black base. So this is the second Khan sari, and one of my favorites as well. We move on to the next. A very, very bright one. For those of you who love bright colors, this is kind of like a lemony lime gold, I would say. It's getting stuck in my earring. So this is like a lemony gold and a bright blue border, an indigo border, a broad indigo border on the top, and the bottom, the narrow border is actually silver and gold. So I'm not going into the palla because the most of the pallas, they're kind of contrast and have red and in it. And here is how the sari looks. It's very, very modern, very traditional. Again, you can this sari too has a black base, so if you want, you can wear it with a black blouse, or kind of, you know, go with a lambani embroidered blouse, and or any contrast blouse, or maybe a red blouse would look wonderful with this. So this is our third Khan sari. It is in gold and blue. There you go. We'll go on to our fourth one. I think one is getting better than the other. I totally love the color combinations. Each of these saris, they come with a running blouse piece. They are 6.2 meters, so they do have a running blouse piece. I will repeat that in the end as well. Ideally, if you want, you can separate the blouse piece, or you can just kind of leave it as it is. It would look nice with a really, really long palla and maybe a couple of extra pleats. So you can, these days, everybody wears contrast blouses. So you can actually wear this with a contrast blouse, any contrast blouse that you would like to wear it with, and leave the running blouse piece as is. You can avoid doing fall on the sari because the borders are fairly thick as well. So sometimes when you add more weight to the borders, it kind of feels a little stiff. So if you want, you can leave out doing fall in the sari. I do have one and I wear it with a fall, without a fall, and it actually, doesn't affect the drape or the fall of the sari. So this one is a magenta. This kind of reminds me about a sari I had seen Smita Patil wear in, I think probably it was Bhumika, that she was wearing a sari like this, a Khan sari. And she was one of the actresses I really admired for her style and her grace. So this one is a magenta and a black. Let me bring it up close, with an emerald green border. And the palla is a bright lime green, maroon on one side. These are the three bordered, the triple bordered or the three bordered khans. It's 1, 2, and 3. I forgot to mention that when I started the vlog. So all of these are the three bordered khan saris, which is kind of rare. What you do see in the market is a single bordered one where it's a 3-inch and 3-inch border on either sides, but this is different, slightly different, like I said. So this one is kind of a magenta and a golden lime green kind of a color on one side. The saris are all cotton, the pallas are silk cotton, but when you actually look at them, you see a bright, beautiful sheen. That's because the weave is done with resham threads, which gives it a nice silkish shine to it, making it look very rich and very colorful as well. So this one, I think, was the fourth, yeah, that's right, this was the fourth Khan sari. So the fifth one, it's a brighter sweet pink kind of color, a mix of magenta and yeah, it's a mix of magenta and red. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, it's kind of difficult folding my arm, but well, it is what it is. So this one is a combination of a bright pink and a golden yellow. Let me bring it up close. This has the dual colors of maroon and pink in it, like you can see. The border is kind of a short color green and yellow with little hints of orange in it. The palla is a broad palla, and this too has a maroon and a green, two borders on one side, I beg your pardon. And then it has a nice broad, the triangular samosa pattern gold in it. This would actually look very nice with gold jewelry as well. Kind of nice, big, if you wear really chunky emerald kind of green jade or something, that would look wonderful with this sari. This is extremely bright, extremely gorgeous. Look at this. This is a beautiful, beautiful combination that you can wear maybe with a maroon. The base color seems to be kind of reddish maroon, rust maroon. You can wear it with that. You can wear it with green, you can wear it with gold, or even, wear it with a black. It looks amazing because the colors are so nice. It actually probably doesn't matter what kind of blouse you wear it with. Maybe, let the sari speak for itself rather than the blouse. So the next one that we have is, this is a very, very traditional combination the Khan weavers have. I think, or I have been told actually, that gold is a very important color for them. So they have it in most of the saris, they have a touch of gold or yellow in it. This one, oh, this is gorgeous. This is a kind of a gold and a purple. This is a rich purple. Again, the entire sari from the border to the other end of the border is kind of woven. Let me bring it up close. This is a combination of rust and gold. It doesn't look as bright here, but let me tell you, these saris are way brighter than what you're seeing here. The color, it's because the light is kind of muted. I'm trying to set off the sun so that I can, so that it doesn't shine on the camera. So this is, it does shine. It has a nice, soft, smooth texture. Because it's woven, it's not rough on the skin. It's very soft, and it's actually got a beautiful shine. So this one is a nice purple border, again a 3-bordered sari with a maroon and kind of light peachish border on the other end, and this is a dark kind of magenta purple with a gold in it. I think some of you asked me that how would it look to have the broad border on top. I think I really love the look. It is different from the typical, atypical, traditional 3 inch border at the end, which makes the sari look very mundane. It's always nice to try out something different, something new. So I think I like the border on top, the broad border on top, because it does focus. It does give you a, get your eyes to look at the broad border, and therefore the upper part of your face, your beautiful face. And I think this sari looks, these kind of saris look very different and very nice. Let's move on to the next one. This one is a bright blue, a very, very bright indigo blue. And it's the reverse of the combination that I did show you a while back. This is a bright indigo blue. You can see, I'm glad the camera is capturing the right colors, because this is the exact blue that you see in the camera. And it's got a bright gold on the other side. This is a more sober one in comparison to the rest of them, but a very stylish one at that. You can wear a maroon blouse matching with the selvage of the sari, which will give it a very kind of a different contrast, kind of ethnic traditional look, yet a very modern look with a broad border on top. Here is how the palla is absolutely red, which kind of adds a little brightness to it, but you can also wear a bright red blouse to it, matching with the palla, so it'll give it a very nice brightness to the sari, because the sari is kind of dark with its dark bluish purple look. Here is the close-up of the sari. It's got a blue and a black. It's a nice indigo blue, and here you can see the patterns in the border as well. It is a gold border. So this is our 6th sari. Here, a 6th kun sari, number 6. We move on to the 7th one. And this is an absolute beauty. This is an absolute beauty. This is a bright, bright green. You can see how bright these saris are. There are no additional lights in the room. There are no lights focusing on the saris. These are the natural colors that you see. And you can see how gorgeous, bright these saris are. It's got a bright, shocking pink border, the triple border, broad border on top. The body is actually a dark green. I'll bring it up close, and it's got a little black in it. So you can see the texture of the sari, the weave of the sari, and a brighter pink on the top portion, so which makes it look very, very bright and very smart. I think this sari would itself look very nice with a black blouse, because the selvage is black. You don't detract from the main colors of the sari, yet you can just add a neutral blouse to it. So this looks lovely. Pair it with your silver jewelry. It'll kind of give it a very, very classy and a smart look as well. So this was the 7th kun sari. We move on to the 8th one. I think each one looks different. Each one looks brighter. This is one of my favorites. A very different combination. A slightly sober one. This has got a purple. The weave is also different. The pattern of the weave is slightly different, and a bright orange border. It's like a vermilion border, those you have these sindoors which are more like a orange, bright orangey red. So this is a nice orangey red border. Here is the color of the sari. You can see that the pattern is kind of like a chevron, zigzag, or a diamond pattern. So this is slightly different. The base color of the sari is more orangey rust, and here is how the border is. Both the colors of the border are similar on the top and the bottom. It's like a bright, bright orange, and here is the palla of the sari. Again, you can wear an orangey red blouse with this. You can wear a base color blouse with this, or even maybe a black blouse with this. This is slightly sober than some of the ones that we've seen, and it kind of looks bright with the lighter orange lines on the border of the sari. Here is how it looks. This is very beautiful. This is our ninth Kansari, and one of my favorites because I love this combination. This is a nice purple and orange, slightly different combination when paired with a purple. So here is then our ninth Kansari. We go to our last one, which is truly different. This sari is the only sari in the lot that does not come with a palla. And that is because the border is extra broad. The weave is extremely rich and thick. Here is the sari. Here is how the sari looks. This is a very, very unusual weave. It's got a very, very detailed pattern here, a geometrical and a floral pattern here, but the entire thing is more geometrical. It's got two dark maroon lines, and the center is kind of a teal. It's kind of a little greenish, but it looks teal in the picture, but it's more like a aqua teal kind of a look. And the body is equally rich, and it's got dark magenta weaves all through. You can see how rich this is. Each of the pattern is extremely prominent. This is very traditional. This is the only sari which one does not have a separate palla to it, and that is because of the almost I think this is almost 15-inch broad border. So this one, I was saving the best for the last. So this is a very unique one, very different, very smart, and if you kind of put up your single palla like that, you'll be able to see the magenta and the blue as well. Very rich. Again, it would look lovely with your silvers. It's got a little bit of white in it, so if you have a nice textured white blouse, probably that would also look very good with it. Maybe you can wear it with black noodle strap blouses, because these saris are such that because of the double weave and the double color, it almost looks like it has a base of black, although some of them doesn't. So you can very easily pair them up with black or any dark color blouses, maybe a very night blue, a very, very dark blue, or black or anything, and these saris would go off very well. Now, each of these saris are about 6.2 meters. They have a running blouse piece. I would suggest not to cut the blouse piece, yet kind of, wear them as one. You can have a really long palla, you can have some extra pleats, and these saris will look very, very beautiful. Saris are priced below $100. They are very easy on the pocket, yet they have a very rich look, and you can wear it. It doesn't have to be kind of selective wearing just because it's cotton. You can actually wear it to your special events as well because of the richness, because of the shine and the beauty of these saris. So that is where we are today. We covered 10 saris today, 10 Khan saris. I hope you like them, and I will be posting pictures with close-up of these saris so you can see how the pattern looks. Reach out to me if you would like to get one, and we will have them shipped to you. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the evening. I will come back to you on Friday and hope to be regular with my blogs from now on. Wish you all a happy new year once again, and talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.